If you're spending too much time acting as the company CFO, negotiating with banks, worrying about cash flow, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Lou Pacelli, the founder of Navigator CFO Group, a fractional CFO firm. A lot of times the owner or the CEO has been in the business a long time. They wear a lot of hats, but the business has grown where they have to get away from certain functions. They have to get away from operations. They have to get away from the day-to-day tasks. They have to get away from acting as a CFO, or they have to get away from being in the minutia of the accounting department. They need expertise to manage that they can rely on, so they can focus on strategy. They can focus on vision, where they want the business to go. We deliver fractional CFO services for a company that doesn't necessarily have the capability of paying or hiring a full-time CFO. It gives them an alternative to get the expertise in-house a couple days a week, have that level of expertise without the full-blown cost of a full-time person on staff. I work directly with the CEO, the owners. A lot of times I'll work with chief operating officers, the chief marketing officers. Generally, the executive group will run meetings, will develop strategy together, develop our goals. And then it's my job to take those goals and incorporate them into the vision for the company to achieve them. We lay it out very clearly on paper, and then we decide what strategies we need to implement to make that happen. Now, we do a lot of financial planning and analysis. We identify key performance indicators, KPIs. We identify the most important ones that we believe are going to achieve the goals that the CEO wants to achieve, and we track them. There are other services we provide if there's an acquisition, if we're going to grow. There's a couple ways you can grow. You can grow holistically, or you can grow through acquisition. If the CEO chooses to say, okay, we're going to acquire this company because it's going to add value and it's going to open up markets for us, or it's going to open up opportunities for us, we could help with due diligence, negotiating, dealing with contracts and attorneys, dealing with the CPA firms. We provide coaching for the accounting staff and for the executive team. For example, we might coach the controller or the accounting manager if that's necessary. We manage the relationships with other departments. If you have a COO, we'll manage them with a chief operating officer. With operations, we'll manage it with marketing, as well as external relationships with accountants, lawyers, and banks. You can expect that your operations will run smoother. You will see whether it's through more structured financing opportunities, easier process through acquisitions, and ultimately growth through the successful acquisition of a product or service. Opportunities to scale will open up. A lot of CEOs complain that they don't spend time with their families. A lot of them say, we want to take a vacation, but we can't. You have to weigh that in. I don't know how you put a number, a dollar sign on that, but that's value too. I have a lot of experience. I have over 30 years of experience in a whole host of industries and businesses. I think I've accomplished a lot over my years. I have the experience, and I have the drive to do it. Between companies I've worked directly for and companies I've dealt with in my portfolio, from banks, literally hundreds. Again, I run the gamut from manufacturing to wholesale distribution to all levels of commercial real estate, valuations. My background is in accounting. Before I got into finance, I spent better part of 10 years as an accountant, working for major corporations and also some public accounting as well. So I've done a lot of different work. I've actually done tax work, so I understand tax strategy. But with that, I would rely heavily on tax professionals, but I can talk the language. I would argue that my experience is more valuable than my education at this point, and that's what I bring to the table. If your business is at a tipping point financially, let's talk.